Think about the best moments you have ever experienced in your entire life. Although life has its difficult moments, we have all had at least a few moments of joy. Now gather all these moments and multiply them infinitely. All the feelings of joy you have ever had are demonstrations of small fractions of the essence of the infinite light. The nature of this light is to share. But if it is infinite and is in everything, with whom could it share it? So, it withdraws from itself at a point and creates a receiver to receive its light and experience this joy in an unlimited, infinite way. The nature of this receiver is desire, which was created to receive everything from the light. Light is the first cause, while the receiver is the first effect. Light gives, and the receiver receives without limits, until the last receiver inherits from the light its main characteristic, the desire to share. The receiver began to desire to become a cause, just like its creator, and less of an effect. Then the receiver also wanted to donate, but could not share with the light, because it already had everything. It was complete. So the receiver made the decision to reject the light because he wanted to be a cause, and to do so, he had to share so that he could achieve the satisfaction and happiness of the light on his own merits. The infinite light understood the receiver's need. So, it entered the void to meet the receiver, and, by rejecting the light, the receiver restricted himself completely. Then, the receiver broke into billions of pieces. These pieces gave rise to all the elements of matter and energy in the universe, from atoms to souls, people, animals, and planets. The basis of the universe is desire. All things need to receive in order to have a form of existence. After billions of years and 7 phases in the formation of the universe, life on earth finally emerged. The Torah says that Adonai proclaimed, "Let us make Adam in our image and likeness." He did not mean to create a man. In Hebrew, man is called Ish, and woman is called Isha. He used the term Adam, which comes from the root Adamah, which means earth, that is, referring to the earthly being. The word Elohim has the numerical value of 86, the same as Tiva, which means nature. Elohim is the plural of El, which means power. In this context, Elohim represents the creator in the world of fragmentation, acting through natural forces of nature. Thus, he said, "Nature, let us make the earthly being. I will give it consciousness, and you will give it matter." And he breathed life into man. Adam is written with the letters Aleph, Dalet, and Mem. Aleph is the essence of infinity, consciousness. And the letters Dalet and Mem form the word Dan, which means blood. The human being is the union of matter and consciousness. Infinite wisdom saw that man was pure altruism, for he had no experience of evil. It was necessary for him to know emotions, ego, and the ability to choose between goodness and selfishness so that he could reach the light by his own efforts. Then Adonai declared, "It is not good that Adam should be alone. I will make a helper who will be like him." And so the Eternal created Eve. Eve represents the side part of Adam, his emotions, ego, and ambition. The Eternal warned Adam that if he ate the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he would die. Adam remained altruistic, but that was about to change, as soon as a trigger awakened Eve's desires and ambitions toward him. The Eternal then placed a trigger in the garden, the serpent, Nahash. His mission was to awaken Eve's emotions so that they would persuade Adam to eat the fruit. The serpent told Eve that if they ate it, they would be like God. Thus, the emotions managed to convince Adam to give in, as he longed to be like his creator. By eating the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, Adam became conscious, as good and evil were now part of him. In his altruistic purity, he had no choice, being naturally good. However, by knowing evil, he began to value every aspect of the light, as he now understood evil. He was no longer a simple puppet. The Eternal asks Adam why he ate the fruit, and Adam defends himself, stating that it was not his fault, as his essence is altruistic. He explains that Eve, representing the emotions and the ego, persuaded him to eat. Adam possessed the Aleph consciousness, the unity with the light, but by giving in, he paid a price. He fell into the fragmentation of dual consciousness in the material world. Since then, the human being, Adam, his emotions and ego, Eve, and the circumstances of life that lead him to act destructively, the serpent, began to coexist together in the material reality. Meanwhile, infinite wisdom waits for humanity to achieve its goal through its own merit and return to its true origin. Adam's life now has a limit, which drives him to seek his goal before it is too late. If man were not destined to die, he would have no reason to yearn for eternity. According to the ancient Kabbalists, the universe as we know it is literally broken, and whenever a person corrects himself and becomes more altruistic, he participates in divine creation by returning the world to the form of the receiver originally intended by God. We create hundreds of missiles while not investing enough in medical research for incurable diseases. We create skyscrapers while thousands of people are homeless, states that only work for their own interests. The problem for many is that they believe that there is no price to pay for evil in the heart, but we are already paying for it. The time has come for those who have chosen the kingdom to realize that power and ego will try to dominate us. But against the truth, there is no strength. All evils will disappear when we are all building the kingdom. This is the goal of human rectification.